What if Earth suddenly stopped spinning? Welcome to Earth, the only known planet in our universe that harbors life. Earth is famous for its breathtaking landscapes, vast oceans, and diverse ecosystems. Earth is the main character of planetary bodies. What is the point of having all this biodiversity if it suddenly disappeared? Thank you, Maya. No problem. Thank you. She does have a point. Scientists know a lot about our planet's rotation, but they're pretty unclear on what would happen if it suddenly stopped. For one, Earth completes a full rotation on its axis every 24 hours, giving us our day and night cycle. What would happen if that stopped? Absolutely catastrophic things. Oh, I bet it has something to do with physics and momentum conservation. Well, Maya, we're sending you to find out. Yeah, that's right. Today, Maya is experiencing Earth suddenly grinding to a halt. Oh, see that beautiful blue marble? It's spinning at about 1,670 kilometers per hour at the equator. But the poles? They're barely moving at all. The poles, rotation, Earth has every motion. What about wobbling? Yes, wobbling. Oscillation. No more talking for you. Precession. Earth's rotation is crucial. It's 40,075 kilometers around the equator. That's a distance that would take you over 200 hours to drive without stopping. That should give you a sense of just how much momentum our planet has. It's the fifth largest in the solar system and has been spinning for 4.5 billion years. Oops, almost forgot. Unmute me right now. Thank you. I did not appreciate that, and you almost forgot the coolest part. A few years ago, scientists discovered that Earth's rotation is actually slowing down by about 1.8 milliseconds per century due to tidal forces. Scientists aren't really sure what the long-term effects will be, and I know why. Remember that physics concept about conservation of angular momentum? You mean how figure skaters spin faster when they pull in their arms? Literally, everybody knows that one. Anyways, that concept applies to Earth and its moon, and Earth's rotation is gradually transferring energy to the moon's orbit. I shouldn't have unmuted you for that, but yeah, Earth's rotation is subject to pretty complex physics. Another big factor is that our planet isn't a perfect sphere. It bulges at the equator because of centrifugal force. That's right. The Earth's diameter at the equator is 43 kilometers greater than at the poles. The last time Earth's rotation significantly changed was during the 2011 Japan earthquake, which actually sped up Earth's rotation by 1.8 microseconds. Rico, mark that in my databank, please. Now, Earth's most distinct feature due to its rotation is the Coriolis effect. It affects everything from ocean currents to weather patterns, and I'm about to experience what happens when it disappears. Of course, I could just simulate this, but come on. That's like going to Disney World and not riding Space Mountain. You gotta do the immersive stuff. The Coriolis effect is what causes hurricanes to spin counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Pretty crucial for our climate. You always doubt me, Peter. Well, in my defense, you do die pretty often. The effects of Earth stopping its rotation would happen in stages. Maya will experience them in sequence from mild to catastrophic. The first noticeable effect would be the winds. As Earth suddenly stops, the atmosphere would keep moving at the original rotational speed. That means winds of up to 1,670 kilometers per hour at the equator. And this wind is massive. We're talking about air moving faster than the speed of sound. Even the world's strongest tornadoes only reach about 450 kilometers per hour. This is not beautiful. It's true. The sudden atmospheric movement would be devastating. Everything not anchored down would be instantly swept away. Buildings, vehicles, trees, they'd all become deadly projectiles. Doesn't look as peaceful as our normal Earth. That's because the kinetic energy has to go somewhere. The conservation of angular momentum means all that rotational energy transfers to the atmosphere and oceans. This creates ultra-hurricane force winds and massive tsunami-like waves. That was my least favorite law of physics so far. All right, next up, the oceans. The oceans would continue moving at Earth's original rotational speed, while the land beneath them stops. The oceans cover about 71% of Earth's surface. Without rotation, they would start to redistribute dramatically. All that water would rush toward the poles, creating mega tsunamis hundreds of meters high. The equatorial regions would eventually become one giant landmass, and the poles would be submerged under new deep oceans. This redistribution would take weeks or months to settle. No, you are not saying that this would happen immediately. The oceans would initially surge eastward, creating devastating tsunamis on all eastern coastlines. The water movement would gradually shift toward the poles as Earth's new gravitational equilibrium establishes itself. But even this massive water redistribution is just the beginning. Without Earth's rotation, our protective magnetic field would eventually collapse. And without it affecting our planet, in some few thousand years, cosmic radiation would begin to bombard the surface. You know, it's terrifying that the balance of rotation and gravity produces something as precious as our habitable Earth. It really makes me think about the way that we're all existing in this perfect equilibrium of physical forces. Wow, Maya, that's really profound. It's like that time Rico forgot to warn me about the atmospheric pressure change on Venus and I exploded. One little navigational error. So much trouble. Anyways, I'm about to experience the gravity changes and I gotta be mega careful because without rotation, Earth's gravity would redistribute. It's true. Currently, Earth's rotation causes the planet to bulge at the equator and flatten at the poles. Without rotation, Earth would gradually become a perfect sphere. This means gravity would increase by about 0.3% at the equator and decrease slightly at the poles. Alright, made it through the gravity shift. Just one more catastrophe to go and then I'll begin to deal with the temperature extremes. Check it out. I got this sick temperature-regulated suit that'll help me survive the dramatic temperature changes. Caught it for half off from the returns bin. Pretty sick. Now the last time scientists modeled Earth without rotation, well, it didn't end well for climate patterns. Our current day-night cycle gives each hemisphere time to warm up and cool down. Without rotation, one side of Earth would be in perpetual daylight while the other in eternal night. They literally predicted temperature ranges from plus 100 degrees C on the day side to minus 150 degrees Celsius on the night side. The debris from destroyed cities might even create new mountain ranges now. Wow, that's really depressing. Like the end of civilization. Of course, none of that's going to happen in reality. Me and my laws of physics plan on continuing to spin indefinitely. I peg our chances at around 99.999%. Oh, is that a meteor? That changes nothing about rotation. Earth's climate would change dramatically without rotation. The day side facing the sun would become an uninhabitable desert, while the night side would freeze into an ice world. Yeah, I'm feeling the extremes. Okay, let's go. Yeah, you're experiencing the temperature shift right around the terminator line, the boundary between day and night sides. This area would develop the most violent weather systems on the new Earth. Earth's current atmosphere circulates because of the Coriolis effect and temperature differences. Without rotation, massive convection cells would form between the hot and cold sides, creating permanent superstorms along the terminator. Add so much energy to this system, and you get high-energy winds that would constantly rage at the boundary between light and dark. That's 4 times as intense as our current weather patterns. You do not want to get caught in anything like that. Rico, activate temperature shields. Calculating. What are you calculating? Shields activated. Oh, I'm going to be sick. Oh God. Rico, next time we're about to enter a temperature gradient like this, just activate the shields to begin with. Manual override needed to activate advanced protection. Ugh, you're about as helpful as usual. Oh God, what is happening to the oceans? You're currently witnessing the new ocean patterns. Without rotation, Earth's ocean currents would completely reorganize. The Gulf Stream, which keeps Europe warm, would disappear, and the temperature here along the terminator is fluctuating wildly as superstorms develop. All these moisture and temperature differentials are creating unprecedented weather phenomena. You know, other than the killer winds, the extreme temperatures, and Rico's inability to use a calculator, this place isn't that bad. We moved away from the terminator line, so the temperature's a little more stable. The pressure is, Rico, give me a pressure reading. 1050 millibars. That's like 5% higher than Earth's normal pressure. Honestly, I'm not feeling too much difference. After the immediate catastrophes, another effect would emerge: tectonic changes. Rico, give me a geology update. Tectonic plate movement altered. New earthquake patterns emerging. Oh, okay. That's not good. All right, let's look at what's happening underground. The current tectonic plate movement is partially influenced by Earth's rotation. Without it, the plates would find new pathways of least resistance. This would trigger unprecedented earthquakes and volcanic activity as the crust resettles. Oh God, is that a volcano forming? Volcanic activity detected 50 kilometers east. Great. My 2 favorite natural disasters together at last. Earthquakes and volcanoes. Chef's kiss. At this point, the crust is experiencing massive readjustment. That's like the entire planet reconfiguring itself. Not pleasant, but it's following the laws of physics. No, my protective shield is starting to fail. If I just don't get hit by flying debris, I can get through this. As the rotation stops and Earth reshapes into a perfect sphere, gravitational potential energy is released. The upper layers of Earth only have the crust moving, but as you go deeper, the mantle and outer core would also experience significant changes. Yeah, I'm still waiting for somebody to invent anti-gravity, but it's getting a little more stable in here, so soon it'll feel like a post-apocalyptic vacation. You are experiencing the early stage of Earth's new equilibrium. Temperature stabilizing at dayside location. Reading plus 85 degrees C. Pressure fluctuations decreasing. This is Earth's new normal state. The day side would be a scorching desert, while the night side would be a frozen wasteland. Only the Terminator region might maintain temperatures suitable for life, creating a narrow habitable ring around the planet. What's happening? Atmospheric composition changing due to plant die-off. Oh, okay. So I guess when I came up with this survival plan, I was thinking about physical effects, and I forgot to think about the biological consequences. Yikes. The plant and animal kingdoms are just as affected as the physical Earth. Without our normal day-night cycle, photosynthesis patterns would collapse. This would lead to mass extinction and drastically altered atmospheric composition over time. This deep into the scenario, carbon dioxide levels would rise as plants die off and decompose. Oxygen would gradually decrease, making it harder to breathe. This is really unpleasant. It's hot, and there's ash everywhere. It's hot, it's so hot, and it's getting harder to breathe. Not just a gas issue, that's just the power of ecosystem collapse. Rico, what's the oxygen level? Rico, calculate oxygen percentage, please. Calculating. 15%. Okay. And how's my shield doing? Heat and radiation degrading shield integrity. Oh, that's not good at all. That's not good for Maya boy. Oh no. 17% shield remaining. Oh man. Man, if only real climate catastrophes could be reversed this quick. I could go to the beach again. 13% shield remaining. Okay, you can stop now. Seriously, next time I'm installing a teleportation feature, or a time reversal feature, or a reality anchor, something, 0% shield remaining. Huh? Well, Maya is currently experiencing the long-term effects of Earth without rotation. As she stays longer in this altered Earth, the continuation of life becomes increasingly improbable. Soon, it'll get as uninhabitable as Venus. At this point, even microbial life would struggle to survive in most regions. Only specialized extremophiles might adapt to the new conditions. But let's see if Maya makes it that far. Temperature reading plus 90 degrees C. Oh, Rico, do not malfunction. If anything in this suit fails completely, I'm going to get fried. Rico, we found it. Oh man. Okay, let's just document this and then get out of here. We're the first people to see Earth's new equilibrium. This is terrifying. Oh, Rico. Come on. Help. Rico. Just get the emergency transport. Oh, that wasn't so bad. There was just, well, that's it for Maya. Despite all the protective technology and tools, she couldn't survive in an Earth without rotation. The combined effects of extreme weather, temperature, geological activity, and ecosystem collapse would make most of the planet uninhabitable. You know, Earth's rotation is an incredibly important factor in our planet's habitability. It's surprising that we take it for granted. The perfect rotation speed has given us our moderate climate, manageable tides, and the magnetic field that protects us from solar radiation. Now, where should we send Maya next? How about a planet with no rotation at all? Well, that's a story for another what if.